What's up, guys? If you came here looking for a good aim routine video in order to improve your aim so you can rank up, then you definitely came to the right place. Before I start the aim routine, which helped me make the jump from Ascendant to Immortal, I want to say why it's good. The three biggest reasons why it's good is because it focuses on building crosshair placement and good habits. Secondly, it doesn't take too long. And third, it's all in game, so it allows you to be more comfortable with your aim, which over time actually does improve your aim. The first part of this aim routine is to go into the practice range and set the bots to easy. And you want to do this 2 times. While you're doing this, you want to make sure you're focusing and not going too fast or too slow, whichever pace is right for you. This is really important to go at a right pace because you're not trying to miss shots. You're simply just building the habit of going to your enemy's head from wherever your crosshair is located in the straightest path possible. Next, you're going to do 50 bots and you're going to make sure the strafing is on. Tracking their head helps with my crosshair placement muscle memory. So I usually like to start out by tracking their head, and once I get to halfway or so, I usually just start to just straight up shoot them. However, here again, you're just trying to create good habits, so you don't want to just spam shoot. You want to make sure you're taking your time with the shot. However, since they moved, you do need to shoot a little bit faster than with the easy bots. If you would like, while doing the 50 bots, you can get on the platform, like where the bots spawn, if you prefer that. I like to stand behind the platform, but it's up to you and whatever your preference is. Next, we have hard bots, which is really simple. When doing this, just try to make sure you're not spamming and aiming for the head. This is obviously easier said than done because they show up really fast, but make sure you're trying not to spam and you're not just throwing out the habits you were trying to build up in the previous exercises. If you can't get at least 10 consistently, then just try doing medium bots and going slower. That's alright. And once you feel comfortable with this, you can try upping it to hard again. Over time, you can really see your aim improve from doing the hard bots in game. Next, you want to do a DM using the Guardian only. This, just like every other thing we've done so far, you want to make sure you're aiming for the head and not spamming your shots. Over time, this will build up and your crouch placement will become better and really predict the enemy's movements better. One thing I really recommend doing is either unbinding crouch or just not using the crouch button. I personally don't unbind my crouch because I just know if I think about just not pressing crouch, I won't press crouch. But if you can't do that, then try to unbind crouch while DMing and try to use only A and D when peeking, as these are the keys you're supposed to use when peeking in an actual game. And lastly, we have a DM with either a Phantom or a Vandal, whichever one you usually use more in game. I usually like to use the Vandal more, so I DM with the Vandal. I like using a rifle as my final DM because I feel like actually using it and getting used to the recoil control helps me more than if I were to only do a Sheriff or Guardian DM only. Because even though those are great for training your crosshair placement and first shot accuracy, you're not always going to hit your first shot. So I think it's really important to also try and practice with either a Vandal or a Phantom. Whenever I practice my aim and during this aim routine, I'm sure you've noticed that I use the Guardian instead of sounding like the Sheriff. And I do this because the Guardian has the best first shot accuracy at any gun in the game. Especially when it's scoped in, there's zero inaccuracy when scoped in. I think this is really important for building good habits, and this is why I think a lot more people should consider the Guardian over a Sheriff when they're trying to DM. You just need to have a little bit more discipline and not spam the Guardian versus the Sheriff. The Guardian in the long run definitely has better benefits when trying to improve your aim and build good aiming habits. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe, as it would really help me out, and check out my channel for other aim videos.